Good morning. Welcome back to this glorious homestead. I'm headed up to the property this morning. We had a really bad storm last night. And as some of you know that's been watching the channel, every time we have a bad storm and flooding, it washes out our driveway. So I'm going up here to check out the damage, and hopefully it won't be much damage. It didn't rain a whole lot, but it thundered and lightning, and they said a few tornadoes touched down. So I'm not sure. We'll have to go up here and check out the damage and see if there is any and what extent. So, and I'm supposed to have a couple of packages come today, so we'll be checking for that. And then I gotta run a bunch of errands. I gotta call the sawmill about our mantles, and I need to go to Lowe's and get some lumber, and then I need to go to another lumber yard and pick out our tongue and groove for tongue and groove shiplap for the front porch and side porches. A lot to do today. Y'all stick around. That dang pipe right there, it's gonna have to be dug out, made deeper, and a much bigger pipe. It's gonna have to be a much bigger pipe, but it didn't wash the driveway out. That's good. It didn't get over the driveway. If it did, it would have washed that out for sure, because that's just soft dirt. But this ditch right here, it's done filled in a lot. It was much deeper than that. And believe it or not, there is a pipe under there. It's all this sediment and soot that is washed down. Like the Smoky Mountains. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's day 2, and we've had a serious storm last night. There was tornadoes and flash floods, and I'm headed up to the property to, again, see if we got a driveway. But there's debris all over the roads. It got pretty bad here last night. This has been a heck of a spring. We've had more rain and more flash floods than any time I can remember. And the way the storms was running, they wasn't going west to east. They were going northwest. And the front stayed right in line with our property. So it kept pushing, like the front never did move through. It would move in a northerly direction and just keep dumping rain and rain and more rain and tornado alerts and flash flooding alerts. It's been a frightening time for us because our driveway is not complete. So we want to pave, or we want to concrete the driveway from the road, from the street up until, you know, probably about halfway or all the way up the hill where there's flooding. You know, every time there's a flash flood, it washes over our driveway. And it doesn't last long, just a few minutes, because we live in a bowl where there's a holler all the way around. It's like a big fishbowl. And when there's a lot of rain, it dumps all that rain and it all comes down and funnels right underneath our driveway. And then it's gone, you know. It's over within, you know, a few minutes. So, and I'll update y'all on the progress. So I got the shiplap ordered. I have the mantles ordered, and we're right on track with everything. So today I'm gonna be surveying the damage, if any, and then we will clean up and get ready for color. I think Leah, I gotta get a 5-gallon bucket of ceiling paint and take it back and exchange it for color. So we're ready to paint color on the walls, which is kind of exciting. I'm ready to get in this house, boy. I tell you, it's kind of been a long process, but a good process. I mean, we've not really run into that many hiccups, but it's the last part of the house, like the last third of your house, takes forever to finish. It seems like all the little details, and it takes forever to finish. So that's what we're doing this morning. All right, well, our driveway made it. We got the ceilings painted. I don't know if y'all can tell, but we put the finish coat on the ceilings. So today, I think I'm gonna move this stuff out of here that don't need to be up here. Get it ready for floors and trim. And finish paint. Finish paint's next. I think we're going to do it a little bit different. I think we're going to do finish paint walls first, and then come back and do the floors. need to be sanded. Not too rough. All right, guys, I guess that's it for the day. I've got everything cleaned up, ready for floors and finished paint. These are the 3 colors that my wife painted. Let me know which one you like. I think I kind of like this sand color right here. And then Harley picked out the sand color for his room. And then Maggie's picked out like a sky blue. The sky blue color. Which I think it will go good with what she likes. I think it's called Stitch. She likes Stitch. So that should go good. And then Harley is the B and W. So, yeah. I think he picked out the B. All right, so that's it for the day. Appreciate y'all coming along. We didn't get a whole lot of work done, but we got a lot of cleaning up done. Everything's real clean. Next time you join us, I guess we'll be finished painting. And then floors, and then trim. Hopefully within the next week or 2. Appreciate y'all coming along.